Hello and welcome. I'm Jacqueline and this is Counterculture Wellness. Today's topic is digestion. This is where I start with every single one of my clients. Instead of focusing first on the what we're eating, let's take a step back and focus on the how we're eating. So a little bit of background just to kind of set the stage of what's actually happening as we digest. So digestion is a north to south process. So it really starts in the brain. This is thinking about food. This is smelling the food, making the food, everything before we actually sit down to eat the food. And then once we sit down to eat and we put the food in our mouth, there is some chemical processes that start in the saliva to break down the food. And then the mechanical process is the chewing of the food. When we swallow, the food then moves down our esophagus. There is some of that mechanical breakdown as our esophagus is moving the food towards our stomach and our intestines, where more of that chemical process takes place. Then the intestines assimilate our food, meaning taking the nutrients from our food, sending it to different cells in the body to use as energy. From there, we know that some of the aspects of our food are not digested, either detoxified through the lymphatic system in the blood or through waste in our bowels. Okay, so now that I've kind of set the stage for what's happening as we digest, another big important aspect of digestion is the status of our nervous system. You'll hear me talk about the nervous system a lot here, and this is part of the reason why. So essentially, we have two wings of our nervous system. Many of us have heard fight or flight, rest and digest. So when we are in a state of fight or flight, our body downregulates digestion. Our body is in a state of survival mode. Digestion is not the most important biological process in that moment. So if we can get our body into a state of rest and digest before we eat our food, we're setting up our digestion for success so that digestion happens easily. It happens at a normal rate, not too fast, not too slow. And we're also able to absorb the nutrients of our food and use the nutrients of our food for energy. Now that we've set the stage, here are 5 easy, simple tips to support your digestion. Number 1, the next time you sit down with your food, can you create a state of calm? When you sit down with your meal, take a moment, observe the food, remembering that digestion begins in the brain, maybe smelling the food, taking a couple of deep breaths, 3 to 5 maybe, just dropping yourself into the present moment so that the body shifts into that state of rest and digest. Number 2, avoiding other tasks if possible. So avoiding driving and eating, avoiding scrolling on your phone. If you can, maybe even avoiding technology or TV altogether. Number 3, chew your food thoroughly. So what this means is chewing about 20 to 30 chews per bite, taking smaller bites, and getting that food in your mouth to a smoothie-like consistency. So thinking about digestion, again, with the mechanical aspect of it, helping your digestion by chewing the food thoroughly so that your stomach acid doesn't have to do as much work to break down your food and assimilate those nutrients. Also, taking breaks as you eat. So you can pause throughout your meal to take another deep breath or 2. You could set down your utensil and just take a break in between bites. This helps your body to process the food as it's coming through. Number 4, proper hydration. This is crucial for digestion to function properly. The general recommendation of 8 cups of water a day is pretty outdated. A more updated rule of thumb is to have about half your body weight in pounds in ounces of water per day. And again, very person specific. So if you move your body a lot and you sweat a lot, you may need more water throughout the day. You could even add a little pinch of high quality sea salt to your water. This can help with absorbing the hydration into the cell membranes. And also thinking about getting water from food sources and different types of teas, maybe some medicinal juices like beet juice, super supportive for digestion. Also, aloe vera juice is really nice for digestion, really soothing. It doesn't taste very good, but it's very soothing for the digestive lining. Marshmallow root tea, slippery elm tea. These are just some other nutrients that we can get through hydration to also support digestion. Number 5, creating a more acidic environment for your digestion. So this is very person specific. You would want to look at some other symptoms to make sure you don't have an overly acidic environment, but we do want to support the acidic environment in our stomach. So some ways that you can do this is having bitter flavors, either in your meal or before your meal. Many green vegetables have bitter flavors, arugula, broccoli, cruciferous vegetables. Digestive bitters can be super helpful before meals. So consuming foods that have bitter flavors or an aspect of vinegar, like pickled vegetables, before your meal can help to create that acidic environment. Also, lemon water, orange water, lime water. This can also help with blood sugar regulation, which we'll talk about in a future video. So that concludes 5 easy tips to support your digestion today. I truly hope you got some value from this video today. I hope this was helpful. There's obviously so much more than I can say about digestion and a lot more to cover here, so stay tuned. If there's anything you have questions about, or if you'd like to know more about one of the topics that I've covered today, please let me know. And if you're still here, find a way to engage with this content. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.